Welcome back, everybody, to these drops. Thanks for viewing the channel. So we're back with another project. This project here, we got the SOC Honeynet lab, small scale lab. Very fun. One of my favorite projects so far. Um, so um, once again, man, thanks for viewing the channel. Um, where we do cybersecurity, information technology, coding projects, and much more coming soon. So today we got the SOC Honeynet Lab. Um, yeah, man, this was a fun one, and I'm gonna jump right into it. So let's get to it. So for the SOC Honeynet Lab, the description we got, the goal of this project is to design and deploy a small-scale honeynet to capture and analyze real-world cyber attacks in a controlled environment. Right. All right. So for this one, all you need is a laptop or PC and a Microsoft Azure subscription. All right. And the environments used for this project, we use Windows 11 Remote Desktop, Azure Virtual Network, Azure Virtual Machine, Log Analytics Workspace, an AMA, Azure Monitoring Agent, Microsoft Sentinel as our SIM, and a Sentinel watch list. All right. So I did a little program overview. This is not in detail, but I'll put the link in the description for the complete tutorial that I followed to do this project. Um, so I'm gonna go over the overview for this HoneyNet project. I gave a lot of details, so we'll go through it. So first thing you want to do when starting off, you want to set up your Azure environment, right? So the first thing you're going to do is create a resource group, right? You're going to create a resource group in Azure. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to deploy a virtual network in Azure. And the third thing you're going to do to set up your environment is create a virtual machine, right? So after you create your virtual machine, we're going to go into the inbound security rules and we're going to leave it vulnerable intentionally, right? Okay, so it's like once you create your virtual machine, you're gonna go into the virtual machine and turn off your firewalls. Once you turn off your firewalls, you're gonna come out and then you're going to go into your inbound security rules in Azure, and it's gonna look something like this. You want to bring all of your guards down, so to speak, on your virtual machine to allow traffic in so we can get the kind of traffic that we want for this project, right? So you're gonna leave your VM extremely vulnerable on purpose. All right. So that's what I did here. This is just an example picture right here of what it looked like. All right. So from there, what I did was I created a log analytics workspace. All right. So you go into Azure, you create your log analytics workspace. This is just a picture of after I created the log analytics workspace. I deployed it, and from there, I'm searching up Sentinel to add a Sentinel instance, right? After I create the log analytics workspace. So search for Sentinel, all right? Create the Sentinel instance, all right? And Sentinel is the SIM used, right? So we created the Sentinel instance, right? From there, um, I go into Content Hub and I create I launch the Azure Monitoring Agent. All right. So clicked on Content Hub, started to launch the Azure Monitoring Agent. Now, once you click on Content Hub, you have to search for Windows security events in order to start to download and create the Azure Monitoring Agent. So did that, deployed that. It takes a little while because you got to deploy the Azure Monitoring Agent in Sentinel. You click on the Content Hub, search for security events, download it, configure it with Windows Security Events, AMA, right? Open the connector page. This is an example of this is what it looks like creating a data collection rule. You got to create a data collection rule, and select your resource group, your VM, and you have to wait for it to download. Right? It takes a little bit. It takes, I would suggest this step, this complete step, it'll probably take about 30 minutes. Once you downloaded everything, set everything up to download and transition, and once you go back into um, your log analytics workspace, it's going to take a minute for the logs to pop up because um, this step just takes a little minute. So we're going to move on. Excuse me. So the next thing I did was I opened up my log analytics workspace, waited like 30 minutes, opened up my log analytics workspace, clicked on the logs tab right here, and these are the logs. So all the logs from my virtual machine got forwarded into my log analytics workspace. And these are the logs right here. So these are all the hits that I was getting on my virtual machine from attackers. All right. All right. And there's ways to like filter down and like get specific logs from specific usernames and accounts that was attacking the machine as well with KQL queries. And this is where you put your KQL queries right here. All right, it's very fun lab, very cool, man. I really like this lab. So moving on to the watch list, create the watch list. Now the watch list contains geographical information of where attackers are located. All right. So it's just an example you can see here. Um, I created the watch list, and some of these IP blocks and like city names and country name you can see here. All right. And last but not least, create the workbook. Now the workbook, create the workbook. It's a whole like code and JSON that you want to copy and paste to create the workbook. I'll put the link in the description for the entire tutorial. So if you really want to do it, go ahead and do it. I mean, I recommend it. It's fun. All right. So created the workbook, and this is the attack map that populated all the attacks that generated. I think this was like over a 12 to 14-hour period. It's probably like a 12-hour period. I think I left it up for like a day and came back, and this is what my results were. So, like I said, man, very fun lab, bro. Like, I would recommend that you do it. Like, give it a shot. I'll put the link in the description for the entire walkthrough. But this is one of my favorites so far. Um, You know, thanks for watching, man. You know, like, subscribe. What we do, IT, cybersecurity, coding labs, and much more coming soon, man. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.